What is your take on the theme for 2022, Break the Bias?
Listen, I suppose for me, I just love the language. Break the bias. It's really clear, it's really strong, it's determined. Actually, I'd even go further, it's almost demanding. And I think that's the space we should be in. I love the precept as well. I love the acknowledgement that there is a bias and that we've got an active role to play in it.
Do you think enough is being done by your industry to break the bias?
I suppose the answer to that is no, of course not. If there's still a bias, then enough hasn't yet been done. There's been discussion around this for the last 20 odd years that I've been in the industry. And we've never yet found that magic key, the one silver bullet that answers the problem, and it is a problem. For us in technology and the digital world, we have to find the balance between appointing the right or the best candidate for the role, whilst also trying to redress the historical imbalance in our gender splits. For us, we recognise that we need to do more to bring young females into the industry, having them choose technology in the digital world as a career path. So that's an investment in STEM subjects right back at school.
Which women have positively impacted your career?
For me, career is just one aspect of life. So before I even answer that question on career, I think it's probably worth calling out the people who have impacted me as a person. And of course, you can't look much further than your own mother. I was lucky enough to grow up in a household with 3 sisters. So I had really strong influences right from day one, I suppose. People who made it impossible to consider gender as a fair determinant of capability. I now have a strong, successful wife, daughters who are wonderful, and that really shapes who I am as a human being. From a career perspective, I've been surrounded at work in HR. It is one of those industries, fortunately enough, to have a really good balance of gender. So I've been surrounded from day one by good, strong, helpful counsellors of both genders. If I have to look back to one perhaps early in my career, I could think Shauna or Linda perhaps, who really helped instill in me a passion for the industry. And more recently, I suppose, I've been surrounded by people on the island as well, which has been wonderful.
What is the best advice a woman has given you?
Plenty that perhaps didn't feel welcome at the time, but fortunately enough, they were empowered enough to speak into my life. For the one that springs to mind, I remember a boss of mine, Sally, saying, "They are going to expect you to drink champagne and fine wine, but as long as you're true to who you are, they'll respect that." And actually, whilst she was talking about one particular situation, I think that plays through in all aspects of life.
What is the one thing we can do to encourage more female leadership?
I alluded before that this question's been around for more than the 20-something years I've been in the industry, which tells us that we haven't got one solution that'll fix the problem. There are multiple actions we need to take, and each one of those probably nuanced for the industry they're in. For us, it's about investing in STEM subjects and the workforce of the future to try and balance that divide, allowing us to, in the future, address the gender imbalance in the workplace. So for us, that would be the main thrust.
Will you help break the bias?